We should be live. Welcome back, everybody, to another YouTube live. We're here straight after Mikel Arteta's. No, well, not straight after, but after Mikel Arteta's press conference, just before the last North London derby of the season. This one is a huge one. Obviously, we're going to do our match preview tomorrow at 7 p.m. But today, press conference, we're going to just deep dive, see what he's been saying, see what's been said. And yeah, how's everyone doing though? Oliver and Hamadoni, nice to see you both. Just before I started the live, I was seeing you guys typing in the chat. It means a lot. I mean, you're right there straight away, aren't you? Yours good, Oliver. How's your day been? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you never miss another video. You know how we do it. Yo, what's good, Hamadoni? 23, 24, kit sick. Yeah. It used to be in my background there, but then I thought, you know what? I kind of like this kit. Let me wear it and put the Dennis Bergkamp. Is it? Yeah, Dennis Bergkamp photo I got from the stadium, the club shop. But yeah, shall we get straight into the Mikel Arteta's press conference? This one, some good news, some useful information, and I've also got a few updates to give you lot after today's training pictures were released. So I trust Havertz United vibes. Yeah, when he scored at Old Trafford. So Mikel Arteta's press conference ahead of the North London derby. This one is huge. So, as always, the majority of the squad was fit and available for Wolves, and he was asked if there's any fresh injury concerns. No, nothing new, which is kind of interesting because Bukayo Saka came off with an injury against Wolves, but it looks like he's all good. Then he was asked about the availability of Havertz and Odegaard. So obviously before the Wolves game, he did say that there is a possibility that they could feature against Spurs, even though there was doubts that Havertz wasn't even back before then. And he gave us a huge update for that. He said we have to wait until tomorrow, but there is a big possibility that they're available for the game. That is huge. Now what's going on here then? One second, chat. Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. But, yeah, so he said there's a big possibility that both Havertz and Odegaard are back for tomorrow's game. Not tomorrow's, Sunday's game, that is huge. Now, would you start Havertz or would you start Odegaard? In my opinion, if you're starting one of them, you start Odegaard. I think Havertz, even though he probably is the better player and the better option, you can't risk Havertz getting injured because we need Havertz for the rest of the season. If we have Havertz fully fit and available for the rest of the season, I think we will win the Premier League. Now, that is a big if, but I think Havertz is that crucial and that vital to this Arsenal side. Now, obviously, you're speaking about, you think if Man City win tomorrow, Arsenal could be more nervous for the game on Sunday. Yeah and no. I think if Man City win tomorrow, it's obviously not good. They're going to be 2 points behind us. But at the same time, I feel like Man City dropping points really does not make a difference to Arsenal, because when Man City drop points, before we play Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, we actually drop points in both of those games. So I don't even think them dropping points would give us an actual boost. But in terms of them winning, I think it'll make us a bit shaky. But it doesn't matter what the result is. It's a North London derby. You always have to win the game, no matter what. So, I think we should be fine. Havertz better? Yeah, Havertz is better than Odegaard in my opinion. I think Havertz is probably our best attacker, bar maybe Saka. But boys, if you're in it, by the way, make sure you like, make sure you comment, subscribe. Definitely like the live because it will help push us onto the algorithm, and also subscribe because we go live daily at 7 p.m. But if we actually go through the press conference, I mean, he was just speaking about the Wolves game and how a lot of the fans getting nervous, getting a bit nervy with the title race. We were slipping away the 4th year in a row. He was just speaking how you just have to do all the talking on the pitch. Obviously, it's not a good result. They have to look themselves in the mirror and just move on. And that's kind of the mindset we have to go at now. If Arsenal lost the league, should Arteta get sacked? I made a video about this on TikTok, and I disagree. I don't think he should be sacked. I don't think Arteta should be sacked whatsoever. I think there's no real good replacement for Arteta. I think Arteta's one of the better managers in the entire world. Now, you could say Luis Enrique, pretty much it, Luis Enrique, but same time, there's so many different clubs looking for a manager. I mean, you've got Spurs, Manchester United, Real Madrid. Like, it's not going to be easy finding a manager. And also Liverpool, because Arne Slot's probably going to go as well. There's so many clubs that need a manager that, let's say Luis Enrique was on the market, for example, then he was probably going to go to a big club like Man United or Real Madrid. And then you're thinking, okay, let's go for the next biggest manager. But then you're like, PSG need a manager. It's like, we've got Arteta. Let's stick with Arteta. Let's stick with him for the rest of, until his contract ends, until he leaves the club. I don't think we need to sack Arteta. I think he's done so much for the club. 6 years ago, we were in the trenches. 6 years later, we're fighting for titles, and it's a disappointment that we might not win the Premier League, which, if you were to tell me that 6 years ago, I would have bitten your hand off. But more on to Mikel Arteta's press conference. He was asked about Odegaard and why he's not been coming on for Zubimendi when Zubimendi looks very tired and fatigued. His response was, we played with Christian, Odegaard. Declan Rice has played there as well. We have changed a lot of players in the team, so it's dependent on the kind of game that we expect. Who do we believe is in the best condition physically, mentally, technically, and tactically to deliver what we require? I mean, come on. He literally turned us from a meme to a title contender. Exactly, Oliver. I don't get the people saying that we should sack Arteta. It's just a bunch of nonsense, in my opinion. But on that Odegaard situation, I mean, come on. If he's saying, who do we believe is in the best condition physically, mentally, technically, and tactically? Physically, at the moment, Odegaard is probably better than Zubimendi. Zubimendi's absolutely knackered. Zubimendi can barely play 60 minutes at this rate. So Odegaard has to be starting. Mentally, you could argue that Odegaard has a better mental state. I mean, like, it's a bit hard to compare the two, but I think Odegaard's equally as good mentally. Technically, okay, Zubimendi is better technically, but when Zubimendi's tired and fatigued, you're seriously telling me that Zubimendi doesn't lose his technical ability? He forgets how to string 5-yard passes when he gets fatigued. So technically, I mean, kind of similar. Don't worry from Arteta. I know it is. Tactically, Zubimendi, okay, but still, Odegaard can do a job. It's just so confusing why Odegaard isn't starting or at least coming onto the pitch when we're seeing out a game. Instead of bringing on Jesus for Gyökeres, bring on Odegaard for Zubimendi. And I'm if we bring on, let's say we kept Gyökeres on the pitch and then we bring on Odegaard for Zubimendi, do you think we would have drawn that game? Who knows? I genuinely think we could have got a result out there if Odegaard played. And even Ben White as well. It's just so confusing. I was going to make a video on it today, but I think I'm going to make a video on it tomorrow just before I go live about how Odegaard and Ben White are not getting any minutes, but Timber and Zubimendi are getting run into the ground. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But then, yeah, he was just talking about all of the reports and everyone speaking, the media speaking about the Wolves game and how Arsenal are bottling it and all of this. It's just the classic press conference. And then towards the end, he was asked if Trossard is okay for Sunday. As we all know, he came off injured for a concussion. And if you get a concussion, I'm pretty sure you have to do some procedure. And if you fail the procedure, you're out for a week or something, or 2 weeks. But he did clarify that Trossard is fine. He said, yes, he's fine. Yes. So Trossard will be available for selection on Sunday. Do I think he will start? Probably. I think he will start on Sunday. I think Martinelli, absolutely dreadful on Wednesday. And I don't think he deserves a start at all. Swear like Arteta to avoid the question. Yeah, he kind of did. With the Zubimendi one, he kind of did. I think he was just trying to... It was a response that you were expecting, but, like, he did kind of deflect it away at the same time. Just like, oh, yeah, he kind of did, to be fair. But if I just go on to here, so obviously Arsenal were in training this morning, their first training session back since that Wolves game. Obviously, they had the day off yesterday. So today was their first training session for the North London derby. And the training photos were out. And there was no photos of Gabriel and Rice in today's training. Now, does that mean they're going to be out for selection on Sunday? Absolutely not. I think they're just recovering differently. So, Arsenal fans, do not worry. We should be fine, even though they're not in the training pictures. They're gonna be available. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure Gabriel wasn't available before the Wigan game. He wasn't in the training photos for the Wigan game. Yeah, he was on the bench. So it doesn't really matter if they're not in the training photos or not. Obviously, Trossard, he is available. Like, don't bring Suleiman into training. Let him sleep. Exactly. Just let him sleep in. But yeah. So obviously we spoke about Odegaard. We spoke about Kai Havertz. There's no fresh injuries, and it's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad. Obviously, after we drew 2-2 against Wolves, it felt like the end of the world. And yesterday again, it just didn't. It didn't feel any better. But today, I've kind of calmed down. It's been 2 days since we dropped points to Wolves. I've kind of calmed down, and now my main focus is the North London derby. And to be honest, I cannot wait for that North London derby. I cannot wait. Imagine we get the 3 points. I mean, I expect us to get the 3 points. And if we don't get the 3 points, then it is a bit concerning. But I cannot wait. I swear when Odegaard comes back from injury, he does a class performance and drops like rocks. Exactly. So, if we start Odegaard coming back from injury, start him in the first game back against Spurs, he'll play immaculate. That's all we need. And then after that, we just start Kai Havertz in the midfield instead. There you go. I mean, if Odegaard can do a job tomorrow in the 10, that would be superb. I don't want Saka in the 10. Not because he's been playing bad. I just feel like Saka off the right. If we allow him to cut inside more and stop playing him as a touchline winger, then I think he could do wonders. And every single year, Saka and Odegaard are the two players that always cause problems for Spurs. Odegaard always turns up against Spurs. Saka always turns up against Spurs. We all remember the 22-23 season where we went to their grounds and the two players that turned up, Odegaard and Saka. And it's just constant. A 23-24 season, Saka turning up. Kai Havertz turning up. Gabriel turning up. Then last season, it was Gabriel. This season, every single player out there, it needs to turn up and play at their A game. We are the better side. Now, the form, the confidence, the morality of the club might not be at the best state, but it can't get any worse than Spurs. They've got 13 available outfield players, senior players. 13. Like, come on. Like, even with their fully fit squad, we should be beating Spurs. Now, I'm not going to do my match preview on Spurs just yet. We'll do it tomorrow. But we'll briefly speak about it right now. Spurs have 13 players, senior players, fit. Arsenal pretty much have everyone fit, bar, I don't even know. Literally everyone's fit, but apart from Marino and potentially Havertz and Odegaard. So, like, there's no excuse. There is absolutely no excuse. It's a North London derby. We always turn up in North London derbies. It's at the Spurs stadium, and to be honest, you hear all these Spurs fans talking, and it's doing my head in. They are so confident. It's mind-blowing. The confidence on that team is actually crazy. I don't get where they get the confidence from, because they're sat in 16th, fighting for relegation. Like, calm down a bit. They got, like, all the right side players injured, so we can exploit that side like we usually do. Yeah, I mean, Pedro Porro might be back, so that's a shame, because it's always, like, come back the day after the North London derby, you know what I mean? But, yeah, they have majority of their right-hand side injured, so we can exploit that. If Trossard's not playing, why not play Madueke off the left? Yeah, I've heard people say that Madueke off the left can be dangerous, but it's more of a thing where in the 60th, 70th minute, who do you bring on for Saka? Because I don't think Saka will play the full 90. I don't think he's ready yet. He came off against Wolves due to fatigueness. He was tired. That's why. It was an injury, and they just didn't want to risk it. Because I'm pretty sure before Saka went down, the Sky camera panned to Arteta and he was shouting B, B, go to the floor something, or he was pointing to the floor. I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm going crazy. So I was just thinking maybe it was a tactical decision, but he actually came off, and I think Arteta knew that he was getting tired and he didn't want to risk it, so he decided just go down, we'll sub you off kind of thing. But I don't think Saka can play the full 90, so that's the only issue with playing Madueke off the right. Off the left, sorry. Do you play both of them, but then, well, I don't know, bring on Martinelli on the right hand side off the bench, or yes, you know what I mean. But I do hear Madueke off the left and Saka off the right. Yeah, give him time, but not too much. Yeah. I'm not going to go through my 11 right now, because I'll go through my 11 tomorrow. But, trust me, if we don't win tomorrow, I keep saying tomorrow, if we don't win on Sunday, then it's not great. It's very, very not. It's just not good. It's not good. Not good. I cannot imagine losing to Spurs. That would be unbearable. That would honestly be unbearable, and I just can't be bothered. Not only that, then Man City will leap above us if they win their game in hand, and it's just like, oh no. Anything but 3 points is not good enough. We need to get the win. Then we've got a week's rest until Chelsea at home, and we need to get the win there. We need to start winning games. We cannot afford to drop points anymore. We just cannot. I'm getting a bit thirsty. I can see Jesus playing off the left. I don't know, to be honest. Arsenal is a weird team. Nah, I can't see Gabriel Jesus playing off the left. But the one thing with Mikel Arteta is he does not know his best 11, especially going like the attacking players. He just doesn't know. Like every week, it's a different front four or front three. Like it's not the time for experiments. We cannot start like, I need to leave in like 5. Nah, it's all good, Oliver. I'm not going to be live for too long today. We've already been live for 20 minutes. Tomorrow will be a longer live. Tomorrow will be like half an hour, 40 minutes, because obviously it's a Spurs match preview. Today it's just a little debrief on Mikel Arteta's press conference, so it won't be too long. He's stubborn, yeah. When it comes to like the back, like the midfield, he's so stubborn. Like he just does not want to change it at all. But when it comes to the front four, front three, he likes to change it every game. Sorry, he likes to change it every single game. Like 1 week you'll have Trossard, Saka, Gyökeres. The next week you'll have Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard. Then you'll have Gabriel Martinelli, Madueke, Gyökeres, and then you'll have Saka, Trossard, fucking Gabriel Jesus up top. Like it's just different every single game, and it's like, I don't think he knows his best front three, and it's a bit frustrating because majority of the time they're just terrible. Our front line is not title winning level. Like we need a level raiser, especially down that left hand side, and that's why I've been calling out for a left winger. I think we need to get Callum Yildiz, or we need to get Bradley Barcola, or I don't know, Nico Williams. We just need one of them because it's not good enough. It really isn't. My ear. But I will be ending. Alright, see you for tomorrow's stream. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Oliver, man. Thank you for tuning in. Maybe he's giving the game time, but not Odegaard. I don't even think it's that. I just don't think he knows his best front line. I seriously just don't think he knows his best front line. I don't think it's a matter of fact of giving him game time. But that will be the end of today's stream. It was a nice 20-minute live. I will be back for the match preview tomorrow at 7 p.m. So make sure you are there. We're live every single day at 7 p.m. on the dot. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you Hamadoni. Thank you Oliver for tuning in. Make sure you like the live if you are in here, because it will help massively, and subscribe because we're going to grow the channel. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers. Yeah, it's been a good stream. I like interacting with the chat, especially Oliver and Hamadoni. They're always in there. So yeah, thank you everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow 7 p.m. North London match preview, Arsenal against Spurs. That one's a big one, so make sure you don't miss it. 7 p.m. on the dot.